And there we go. Hello, everyone. This is John S. Rhodes of the Rhodes Brothers. This is Greater Wealth Through Mastery. The topic of today's talk is how to reach your first 100,000. Now, I promise to tell you about the key financial challenges, the main psychological challenges as well, and a simple 3-step plan to get you started today. Now, I've got a quick story. I think that you'll enjoy this because I am probably a lot like you. I'll start by saying that I got married. I was immediately in debt by well over $60,000, and that's a result of my wife, actually, and her student debt, but also, and more importantly, our mortgage on our first home. It took us 9 months to reach $0. So on this Rhodes Brothers channel, you will actually find a great video about reaching the 0 point and also how to accumulate wealth above and beyond where you're at now, and why it's so challenging and so difficult, but it is critically important that you do that. Again, look on the channel, you'll find some videos on exactly that topic. But it's interesting to think that some people begin below 0, less than a baby, and they have to claw their way to 0, starting off with negative. So we're going to talk about getting to 100,000. And the assumption is you're starting somewhere around 0. So another little tidbit here, part of my story is that it took 3 years after hitting 0, 3 years after hitting a net worth of 0, until I hit $100,000 of net worth. It was a struggle. I had to claw and fight my way, and it was a real challenge. And I want to share with you exactly what happened. All right, well, let's talk about this first, which are the 3 financial challenges of meeting $100,000. Okay, so financially speaking, a lot of people don't start off with a lot of income. So if you want to reach $100,000, a key factor is having income that is much greater than probably where you are at right now. That might mean a new job. It might mean starting a side business. It might mean asking for a raise. And this leads to many other things, such as, well, how do you start a business? How do you ask for a raise? These are things to learn so that you can increase your income. Another thing is that many people start off with a pile of debt, just like me. What a hassle starting off when I got married at $60,000 in debt. Sure, I had some equity and I had some savings, but the debt was still crushing, and that's why it took so many months of hardcore savings and paying down the debt. So debt is a huge albatross, right, hanging around the neck, as they say. Another thing that many people struggle with, and this might be you and maybe not, it sort of depends on where you are in life and what chapter you are in your own life's book. But a key lack of knowledge is regarding investing. So many people do not know how to invest. They don't know what investing is. It feels like every dollar just slips through the fingers like grains of sand, and it's very, very frustrating. So many people just don't know exactly how to invest, what investing is, what money really is, really the difference between savings versus investing. So there is a lack of knowledge. And actually, I was just talking with my son, and I said, that is ignorant. I actually said, that is ignorant. And he says, why are you calling me stupid? And the answer is that a lack of information is not stupidity. It doesn't mean you're lacking, any certain skill or talent, or that you're, below average. It simply means you lack information. That's ignorance. So I am still very, very ignorant about many, many things, but I happen to have some real expertise right along with my brother Matt Rhodes on how to generate massive amounts of income, whether it's sales and marketing or product creation, utilizing artificial intelligence. And you can find links on those things below, which I encourage you to do. We've got great information for you there. Now, those 3 are all financial issues. And if you think about them, they are probably what are holding you back to some degree or another. Again, not enough income to accumulate the net worth, and then debt acting as a drag and pulling you down. And to summarize these three, also the lack of information regarding how to invest properly and compound your money. Okay, well, what about the psychological challenges? What I will tell you is that the mechanics of getting wealth, generating wealth, building your income, selling online, improving your life through your job and moving up in the ranks if that's what you want to do, heck, even side hustles and freelancing. Many of the reasons that you might not be where you want to be comes down to the psychological factors, okay? The psychological factors. So the first one is what I would call impatience, or not allowing your money to work for you. So if you're not patient and you don't realize that compounding takes time, right? It's not like a straight line. It starts off very flat and slow, and then it takes off. And it can take quite a bit of time. It can take months, and in many cases, years. So the lack of patience is a psychological factor, and you can work on that like a muscle. Second thing is fear of loss. Many people, perhaps you, don't want to lose. And in other videos, and you can find other videos below and also on our channel, you'll see that we talk about fear. We will explain to you in very clear terms how to overcome that fear. But the fear of loss is 3 to 5 times more powerful than the pleasure of gain. So if you think about that, you have to win once, and then again to make up for one bad thing. That's the flip way to think about that. You have to win 3 times to make up for the pain of failing once. And if you obviously heard the words to begin with, if you fail once, that's 3 times as bad as winning. So if you lose, you have to win. That's a hell of a thing. Another thing is that people just get worn down, and there's a matter of mental fatigue. And that is persistence. That is the ability to focus over time. And I got to tell you, it can really take a lot of willpower. That's why you need to have systems. That's why you need to have processes. You need to have mentors as well, people who will help you on your way. Obviously, the Rhodes brothers are here to help you out as much as possible with the psychological factors as well, through the mentoring we provide here on this channel, but also through our teachings and trainings that are available as well. Now, so let's summarize those 3 real quick. 1 is impatience, number 2 is fear of loss, and number 3 is just fatigue, just not having the willpower. And those are all psychological factors. Now let's shift a little bit and talk about just straight up life challenges. And these are all these things that are in effect working against you, or it feels like they're working against you to reach your first 100,000, okay? By the way, the 100,000, the reason that that's so interesting to so many people is that Warren Buffett's longtime business partner, he recently passed away, Charlie Munger, said the first 100,000 is a bitch. And I'm sorry to be so spicy and saucy about it for those of you with sensibilities and so forth. But that's literally what Charlie Munger said, is that first 100,000, getting there is the most difficult. So trust me, I understand, and I've been there, and I felt the pain. It took me so long to accumulate any real wealth, years and years, as I have already explained. So life challenges, 3 life challenges. 1 are unplanned expenses. So everyone makes a plan. Everyone has thoughts, ideas. They have this grand vision. But then what happens very, very often, always, is that something that was unexpected and unplanned smacks you in the face, right? It just wallops you, just whacks you. And that really is a big deal, these unplanned expenses. And a lot of times it's something like, the the car breaks down, something around your home needs repair or fixing, so a lot of break fix, but also, things like just, birthday parties, or, maybe an opportunity comes up, opportunity of a lifetime to go on a little trip that you did not know about and didn't plan for, but was unplanned, and that's the key. Unanticipated expenses. Another thing that happens, and it's insidious, it is truly one of those things that I wish didn't happen, but it happens to almost everyone, and that's lifestyle creep. Lifestyle creep comes down to, as your income goes up, you're increasing your income, right? As your income goes up, your expenses go up because you want more and more as the income comes in. So maybe you have a beater with a heater, right? Your car is rusting out, but it still runs. It's very reliable, but you make an extra $1,000 per month now. Well, if you're like a lot of people, you will be tempted to upgrade that car. And so what that does is, as your income increases, right, your expenses also go up, right? And that will slow you down on your way to $100,000. Lifestyle creep, oh boy. Number 3 is trying to balance too many priorities at once. So what happens is people get distracted. They lose focus. They jump from one opportunity to the next. They do not stay focused with the help of their mentors. They don't follow the exact plan to getting to the wealth, the level that they want to be at, $100,000, of course. And it's impossible to multitask and juggle so many different things at once. You can probably juggle 2 or 3 things, but really, if you narrowly get down and focus on one thing, the $100,000, everything else will fall in place. And that will prevent you from jumping around, maybe from job to job, business opportunity to business opportunity, right? Because if you jump around, the fatigue is real. The fatigue is very, very, very real. So you cannot handle multiple priorities. Your number one priority, at least financially, needs to be $100,000. And so that's a really big deal. If we take them all together, we're talking about true, rubber meets the road kind of financial challenges. We've got, mental or psychological challenges as well. And then we have what I've labeled here as life challenges as well. And I know that all of these are surmountable because I've done it, and many of our students have done this as well. All right, now I promised you something else, and I'm going to deliver right now. I'm going to give you a really, really straightforward way, really the fastest path to your first $100,000. If I was starting right now, this is exactly what I would do. And this is why the Rhodes brothers focus on these things, because we're trying to help as many people as we can reach $100,000 and far beyond that. So the very, very first thing that I would do is I would leverage artificial intelligence at this very point in time. What I will say about that is down in the description, you will see information related to 2-Hour AI. You're going to love it. It is something you can grab right now, 2-Hour AI, not to plug it or to shill it or anything else. It's just that we've been there, done that. And 2-Hour AI lays out how to think about artificial intelligence exactly the right way. Really how to leverage the very best of technology in the here and now. I tell you, we use artificial intelligence every day, but golly, if I was starting right now, that is the number one area that I would focus on in terms of technology, getting smarter, tool use, and far, far beyond. The second thing is I would focus on creation, not consumption. And I would do that by creating value. I would create value by perhaps doing freelancing, creating content. It might be information products that I create, but I wouldn't just create to create. I would create with purpose and focus. I would create something of value in a specific niche or market. I would use AI to create that one thing of tremendous value that people want. So on the Rhodes Brothers channel here, we have different information about the kinds of topics that would make sense, markets and niches. If you'd like more information about that or future videos on markets and niches and areas to go into, down below, please leave some comments and we'll go into market research and niche marketing. But you really need to create something that people want. By the way, it could be a newsletter, a paid newsletter in particular. It also might be something like a simple digital product. It could be a PDF. It could be a series of training videos where you're showing people how to do things, right? You could also operate as an affiliate marketer. Very powerful, great way to make a ton of money. And then the third thing I would do, now actually let me recap. First is artificial intelligence. Second is creation, and in particular, product creation or content creation that you can productize. Maybe it's a membership. Maybe it's for affiliate marketing. Maybe it's bonuses that you can give away. Those are the first two steps. The third step is, if you're just starting out, you need to be able to reach people. So you need a distribution platform. Now, there are lots of ways of doing this. There are lots of ways to getting traffic. So we typically call it B3, build, buy, or borrow. Borrowing is really, really awesome. If you can connect to people, you can borrow the traffic of other people. If you have money buying traffic, that's fantastic, right? Because you can just pour money on and test. If you like burning money and you don't mind the pain of spending money on something unproven, paid traffic can work. Usually it's better to use paid traffic a little bit later on, but you could use paid traffic. Or you can build traffic. So you can organically build traffic. That means you publish high value content, exactly like this video. Thank you very much. Go ahead and hit the like button if you agree. I really appreciate that. But what I would do is I would specifically first target YouTube. I mean, you're here, right? That's proof that you are watching these videos, you're getting value out of these videos. You can even see what the Rhodes brothers are doing. You can see what I'm saying. You can understand what I'm saying. You can do the exact same thing. You can use a simple phone, right? I shot a lot of videos utilizing my iPhone in the early days, and you can do the exact same thing. So if we add all three of these up, you're going to be using AI to create something of value, and you're going to distribute that information to get traffic and get eyeballs on the product utilizing YouTube. So 1, 2, 3 is a very, very effective way to radically increase your income in a very, very short period of time. It's not the only way, but it's what I would do right here, right now in this very moment, because I'm exploiting artificial intelligence. That's like software. It's like having an army of geniuses working for you. And I'm going to focus down in a particular market or niche. So now I have focus. I'm not distracted by 20 things. I'm not juggling chainsaws and, cats and whatever else, right? I'm focused. I'm super focused. And then I have a place to acquire eyeballs and attention and grow my audience. I would very shortly after create an email list and work from there as well. So this is very exciting, and that is exactly what I would recommend very, very strongly for how to reach your first $100,000. Now, obviously, there are things I'm leaving out that we can cover in a future video regarding how to save money, how to do budgeting, what I think Bitcoin might do in this scenario, how to accelerate your traffic getting, how to create products faster. A lot of that we do cover on this channel, but also in the description below, you'll find way more information to speed things along. Okay, so fantastic, really appreciate it. What do you think, though? Does this line up or match your own experience? And let me know in the comments below. Really, really important. And please send this episode to a friend or colleague, family member, someone who might appreciate this exact content, or send along the Rhodes Brothers channel. Let them know about the Rhodes Brothers channel. They'll get tremendous value out of it. You'll be doing the right thing, helping them out. And of course, you know that because you're seeing this video, seeing the value yourself. So really, really appreciate that. Okay, well, The Rhodes Brothers appreciate you and your time and support, of course, and we will see you in the next training. Take care. Thank you very much.